Are you someone who will look at planners online for hours and hours, clicking between picture to picture to find just the right one? If that's you, then you've clicked on the right video today, because I have taken the most popular daily planners on the market, 13 to be exact, you guys, and I have planned the exact same day in every single one of them, so you can see exactly how it would look to use them in real life. We'll also go over all the unique pros and cons of each planner, and full walkthroughs of each planner will be linked down below if one piques your interest. But before we jump in, a question came up in one of my recent Patreon Zoom calls that really got me thinking. How do you make journaling more than just recapping the mundane events of every day? When I was looking through classes on our sponsor Skillshare, I came across a class that not only took a very unique angle on this question, but also turned out to be my favorite class hands down. Sorry, sourdough. And even though I am 100% invested in this journaling class, it is almost 2 hours long. But that actually highlights one of my favorite things about Skillshare. All of their classes are sectioned off into bite-sized lessons, which means I can get through this 2-hour class in a week or two without worrying about losing my spot or my train of thought. I've been sharing Skillshare for a year now, and that's because it's the best place to learn anything online. If you've watched some of my other recent videos, you'll know that I've taken classes on sourdough, bullet journaling, productivity with Ali Abdul, and even a YouTube video production course. And right now, the first 500 people to use my link in the description or scan the QR code will get 1 month free trial of Skillshare. Get started today. So go ahead, pause this video, go grab your spot, and make sure to tell me about what class you're taking in the comments below. Also, if you're interested in talking about planning and journaling, which if you're watching this video, you probably are, I have an amazing monthly small group Zoom call with my patrons. We discuss different topics every month, really get to know each other, form real friendships, and also I've learned things from all the ladies there. There's a link to my Patreon page in the description, and you can join up for a month with no commitment and have instant access to all my Patreon exclusive content. The first planner that we are going to start with is Day Designer. This is their original size. They also have a mini size. And if you want to see a real size comparison, I do have a size comparison video up on my Day Designer playlist, but we're going to look at the original size today. First of all, Day Designer has amazing, stunning covers. They all have bright gold rings and gold corner protectors. Inside, you have a big pocket, and it comes with 2 sticker sheets. Lots of functional stickers going on there, and a pocket to keep them in. Your inside coordinates with your cover color, and I always say the inside of your planner is what you see the most folded back on, so pay attention to what that is. It's all gold tabs, 12 months. They do make academic year and calendar year, so this is the academic year daily planner. It starts in July. Let's take a look at the monthly layout, really quick glance before we get to the daily page. They have a Monday start on their monthly layout. They have a huge header up top, but because their page is bigger than a typical daily planner, their original size page is 9.5 by a little over 7.25. So it's bigger than your 7x9 planner. So I still feel like the boxes are ample, even with that header space out of it. Every holiday is marked with a flag. Saturday and Sunday are shaded with these light gray diagonal lines, just so your brain can wrap around that is your weekend. I often draw a line around my weekend in Monday start monthly layouts. So I don't really mind it being shaded, but I'm not sure how the vast majority of people feel about that. This is 68-pound paper, and it handles pen amazingly well. There is hardly any ghosting and no bleed through there, but I am going to show you a dark highlighter that I used on the page that I planned. And that did bleed through a tiny bit on the ends where you can see how, it sat there on each end a little bit more. And that's a really dark mild liner. And you had a tiny bit of ghosting there, but everything else on the page did not come through. Day Designer paper is, I would just say, very standard feeling paper. It's not extra smooth. It has a tiny bit of tooth to it, but not overly toothy. It doesn't feel like an extra thick paper, but it takes pen really well at 68 pound. And before I get any further, I want to make sure to mention that I have a discount code for almost every single planner I'm sharing with you today. So if you are making a purchase, do not miss out on those discount codes. They are linked down in the description. And if this video helps you decide on a new daily planner and you're not already supporting another creator, consider using my affiliate links when you purchase. It only takes a couple of seconds and it's a major reason why I can produce these videos for you. So thank you for supporting my channel through affiliate links. You have a little bit of goal setting section up front there, a very, very small one. Every once in a while in a month, it depends on which side of the page the month ends on. If it ends on the left, you're going to get this extra notes page thrown on the back of your tabbed monthly page, but you only have a couple of those and it just depends on where they fall. Let's look at the weekend. Here's a Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday are also done vertically and share a page in Day Designer. You still have your daily time blocking 5 to 9, same as on their full day page. You have a top 3, you still have your quote, you have the date combined up top, and then you have a Monday through Sunday for your next week. So this is a little tiny peek at your next week. It's not like a full weekly dashboard in your daily planner, which you'll see in some of my other dailies I'm going to show you, but you could put a dinner on there. You could fit a meal or just a big appointment each day or a workout. So that might be helpful for some people. Okay, let's take a look at the day I planned. This was actually the first day I wrote out of all these 13 planners. Let me tell you, I have this day memorized by now. I wrote them out with a Pentel Energel 0.5, which writes so well on so many papers and really just does not smear with highlighter over it on anything. I decided to time block it out so that most of the big things I was doing were in a time block. So there's not too many to-do list tick-offs. I wanted to highlight that if you had a lot of appointments or if you wanted to time block out your day like this, I wanted to show you how that would look in most of the planners because I do feel like there's more variation in the time blocking section of the daily planners than there is in the to-do tick-off box section. So first of all, we already went over this is a pretty big page and Day Designer has only a small header up here with the date pretty small, but they put a quote on every page for you. And you have a top 3 on every page. You also have these extra boxes, a do, a dollars, a dinner, and a don't forget. So I did fill those in except for the dollars. I wrote things from the day in there. Here's the day I designed out as a stay-at-home mom with 2 kids named Ryan and Annie, who are both in school. And let's see what this mom wanted to get done in the day. She's going to wake up at 6:30 a.m. and do her morning routine. Her kids are going to get up and start getting ready at 7 and pack lunches. Then they do a school drop off at 8. She's going to go to a weight workout by 9. She's going to shower and then take a little rest time with breakfast at 10. She's going to grocery shop at Costco at 11. Then she's going to start dinner prep in the crock pot when she gets home and unpack the groceries and put in a load of laundry. She's going to then have a nice lunch and do her emails before school pickup at 3 p.m. At 3:30, Ryan needs to be at soccer and Annie needs to be at art club, but she's going to ride with Judy. And there's room in here for me to write that down, as you can see. There won't be all this room in all the planners. So this is something interesting to take into account if you like to have all these details in your life. Then I need to pick up Ryan at 5 p.m., but she's going to get a ride home with Judy. We're going to have dinner together at 6. The kids are going to go in the showers at 7 and then do their homework. Then the kids are going to be in bed at 9. And then I'm going to go to bed at 10, but this planner doesn't go to 10. It's a 5 a.m. to a 9 p.m. I don't know why I'm saying I'm going to because this isn't my day. This is the mom I made up. Obviously, her life is not like mine, and I don't have 2 kids named Ryan and Annie. I wanted to make someone up who was very different from my life, so I was kind of separating from it personally. There are 17 tick-off boxes in this Day Designer, and there is a spot for daily gratitude in this planner. So it kind of makes you think and want to fill it in each day, and I put a pink sunset. Then you have a little note section down here. And that's my day. If only our days would go that smoothly, right? We could really get all that done and the kids are going to go to bed on time and get their homework done and everything. This is just, like a TV show because it's not real, but it's fun to think about. Okay, so that is my day time blocked on the Day Designer page. Plenty of room on this page. I felt like I could write out every single detail. There's so much room if you had a lot of half-hour time blocking you wanted to do or half-hour appointments with like a 9 to 5 job, you could definitely draw a light line down down here because this is a pretty spacious timed section, almost 3¼ So a lot of room on the original size Day Designer planner. Let's go into Simplified planner next. They are also known for their beautiful covers. This is their artist cover this year. This is their academic year planner. Their academic year starts in August. I would say most academic years and planners start in July, so they're a little bit different. They have bright gold wire-o coils there, bright gold corner protectors. Inside also matching your cover, which is done beautifully. You have a pocket up front that is not hooked to your front cover. I actually like this kind of pocket, and one sticker sheet that comes with your planner. Once again, this is not a full walkthrough of every planner, so if one piques your interest, I have full review videos on all of these. But I will show you the monthly layouts in every single one before we go to the daily pages that I planned. As you'll see, there's a pretty big header up here, which makes the boxes on the smaller side for the Simplified Daily. You have a simplicity tip every month, you have your previous month, and your next month you have a notes section, and each month is assigned a colored tab, and on that colored tab, it coordinates with, they will write in that color up here up top. So you'll see September will be in that blue, October will be in the lighter blue. Holidays are noted on here at the bottom of the day in light gray. This was my full pen testing from when I did my review video, but then I accidentally wrote on the back of that page and ruined being able to see the pen testing, but in my full review video, you can see it up there. I didn't pay very good attention to that in this planner, but Simplified Planner has 80-pound paper. It is amazingly thick, luxurious paper. They actually changed their paper this year. So last year it was 80-pound paper, but this is new. I really like the feel of it. And all the writing I've done in it so far, I really like, but I haven't been able to plan days in it yet because it doesn't start until August. It's not overly smooth, but it doesn't have any tooth. It takes all pen really well. I tested so many pens in my pen test for my video. It has a really nice feel to it, and there is no bleed through or ghosting. You can see because the previous page was written all over in pens and markers, and this page was on the back, and you cannot see any ghosting or bleed through on either side. This planner is $64 full price. You have 16 to-do tick-off boxes here. You have a header up top, which I used for my gratitude since there's no gratitude box or anything. That could also be a good place to write in somebody's birthday or anything you need to stand out for the day. Or you could always use it for gratitude. You could also put your gratitude down here. I put my top 3 down here in the note because Day Designer had that space for top 3, so I just kind of repeated it here. Your day in the Simplified is 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. The lines are not as long, and so I personally wouldn't divide, like I wouldn't draw a divider, but see how I just wrote 3:30 right here? It still worked to just write in the middle of the line. I didn't include as many details because there wasn't as much room to write that out, but I could fit our whole day of time blocking in here, as well as my to-do tasks, and plenty of room still for some other notes. Simplified has a color for each day of the week. Monday is navy, Tuesday is teal, Wednesday is a lighter like aqua blue, Thursday is a Kelly green, Friday is a golden yellow, Saturday is a carnation pink, and Sunday is a very hot pink, I call it, with reddish undertones. Saturday and Sunday are divided vertically, and you still have 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., so the same time slots that are on their daily, but then you only have 4 to-do list tick-off boxes there and a teeny tiny note section on Saturday and Sunday. So that is something to really consider in your daily planner, how much room you need on Saturday and Sunday. Those daily colors are repeated through the whole planner, so you'll just memorize what colors each day is. It kind of sticks in your brain, and your whole year, 12 months, fits in this one book. But that is why you don't have like extra notes pages dispersed anywhere. You have 1 at the very back, and you have 4 notes pages up front, and those are the only notes pages in the whole planner. All right, guys, next up, we are doing the Erin Condren Daily Duo. What you need to know about this book is you actually get 2. You cannot buy these separately. This is a year of the Daily Duo Daily Planner from Erin Condren. You can pick the 7x9 like I have here, or you can pick A5 size, but their full year does not fit in one book, and you will see why when we get into it. So you have a July through December, and then you have a January through June. So I picked the starting in the academic year, so my first book starts in July, but if you pick the calendar year, which you can, then your first book would start in January and your second book would be in July. Erin Condren has interchangeable covers. If you don't know, they pop on and they pop off. So you can pick your covers that come on your planners and then you can change them to whatever you want throughout the whole year. There are 3 design themes you can pick for your daily duo. I picked the hexagon theme, which has bright colors in it. They have a floral theme, which has muted colors. It's called the bouquet this year. And then they have a minimal, which is neutral and has no colors in it. So they have options for you guys. It is a little bit pricier because it's coming with 2 full books. You will see these are 2 thick books and you have full weekly layouts in here too. I will show that to you. So this could be your only planner. Let's jump into this beautiful daily duo and look at the page I planned out. First, we'll touch on the month. This is their monthly layout. With the other design themes, you won't have this here. In the minimal one, you won't have anything. If you want to see the 3 design themes, I have them all compared in every single layout video for Erin Condren that I did right after launch. That will show you all the 3 design themes and how they look throughout the planners to help you decide. You also get to pick your coil color with Erin Condren. It comes with the platinum silver, but if you want to upgrade to the gold, the rose gold, or the colorful, that's going to be $10 more. Your tabbed page opens to the monthly as it did in the Day Designer and the Simplified also. You do have a pretty big header up top, but because it's a 7x9 page, I feel like there's still ample space on your monthly boxes. Holidays are very small at the bottom of your boxes. It's a typical Sunday start on your monthly and lightly lined notes room. You do have a monthly dashboard in your Erin Condren, which I showed you there was hardly any notes pages even in the Simplified or the Day Designer. They do not have a monthly dashboard page. So you get a monthly dashboard to plan out your month opposite a lined page. Here's where all the extra pages come into play. Then you have a lined page opposite your weekly layout. So before your week starts, you have this weekly layout. It is not dated. Erin Condren has decided to leave it undated at this point. They said to give you more flexibility, but it has 4 tick off boxes per day. Of course, you could write the dates in Monday through Sunday. You could write all your major appointments. You could do meal planning here. You could do your workouts here. I think this really enables you to be able to use the daily as your only planner if you want to. Your colors change per month, as you can see with the hexagon design. But if you want to see what happens in all their other design theme layouts, you can see that in my big every single layout comparison video. So you do have a touch of color on every page in here and it changes per month. It stays consistently the monthly color that's on the tab. Let's look at this day planned out. In the Daily Duo, I had plenty of room to plan out all the time blocking I wanted to do in this day. I mean, there's even blank space in there. You see, I could have been more detailed. I could have even written more. So out of the planners I've shared so far, this definitely has the biggest space for time blocking in the 7x9 size, but it doesn't go as late at night. It's 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. You do have a completely blank line down here, so you could go through the 8 p.m. hour there, but it does have dedicated half-hour lines, and they're not teeny tiny lines. I have plenty of room to write on here, even with my bigger handwriting. You have 13 to-do tick-off boxes here. I wrote my gratitude right there. For both Daily Duo books, full price, it's $85.50. It comes with amazing 80-pound Mohawk paper. Most people love Erin Condren paper, including me. It is thick. It smells good. I actually got to go to the manufacturing plant a couple of years ago when they offered a free tour around launch time for affiliates. So I went down to Austin because I just live in the Dallas Metroplex, and I am so glad I went. It was so interesting to see how these planners are printed here on demand based on what you order, based on your coil color. They are hand coiled, you guys. They do have machines that finish the coil off and cut it, that they kind of stick it in, but the people are actually hand coiling up to a certain point in your planner. It's amazing how many hands your planner goes through, and like the rooms where the covers are printed and then matched with the planner. It is amazing. Anyway, I got to see their paper come hot off the presses. It has tooth to it, which just means it has that texture to it that grabs your really inky gel pens and grabs that ink in so that it dries very quickly, absorbs it in. And as you can see, there is absolutely no bleeding through. Really, you can't even see any ghosting on your page. So the Erin Condren paper is going to handle whatever you put on it. So now with the flow of this, you can see when a month ends, you have an extra lined page. Then you go into your monthly layout there. Then you go into your dashboard page and extra lined page. And that was a month ending, not a week. So that's why you didn't have your new weekly layout. But then in your weekly layout, you end your week with another lined page, a lined page, and then your weekly dashboard. And going into your week, all those extra pages add up. And that is why you need 2 books in your daily duo. It also comes with 4 sticker sheets back here, which will match and coordinate whichever design theme you have chosen. It comes with a thick pocket at the back, and that wraps up our Erin Condren Daily Duo. Next up is Plum Paper. Plum Paper, you get to build out your planner, meaning you pick your start month and you pick how long it lasts, and you pick a lot of other things inside, which I'll show you. So this one I started in November and I only made it 6 months. So you can make your daily planner 6 months or up to 12 months. It's your choice. It's highly customizable. Their beautiful covers come in non-interchangeable and interchangeable. This one is not interchangeable, but they do have snap-on interchangeable covers. Plum Paper also fits Erin Condren covers on there. They just come a little bit less and you're going to see your tabs more. But I know plenty of people who use Erin Condren covers on Plum Paper also. You get to pick your coil color. I chose the gold. Theirs is not a bright, shiny gold. It is a matte gold. And because I only did 6 months of their daily and I didn't add in any extra like add-on sections at the back, which you can do in Plum Paper. Like you could add on a budget section or a cleaning section or a workout section or a goal section to the back of your planner. So without adding stuff in, it's a pretty slim 6-month daily planner. Oh, and I did not emphasize with Erin Condren, you have full pages for Saturday and Sunday, which I'm sure you saw me flipping through. No changes in the pages for Saturday and Sunday. That is another reason why Erin Condren is thicker. All the extra notes pages, but here's a Saturday, here's your Sunday, which is always opposite the extra lined page. So full planning on both the Saturday and Sundays. They are the same as every other day of the week. Plum Paper is also the same in that. Plum Paper has a monthly dashboard page. So kind of similar to Erin Condren, opposite it, you have a lined page. Their monthly layout is not hooked to their tab. So this is different. When you open the tab, you go to the dashboard page, which is opposite the lined page. Then you have to turn the page to go to the monthly layout. I do know people who have double-sided tape here and said, you know what, I don't want to use my monthly dashboard because I really need my tab to open to my monthly layout. And they have double-sided taped their monthly layout to the tab, which will then make it open. As long as you don't need to use your dashboard, you could do that. But that is something to think about if you need your month to open to your monthly layout, because that is hard to get used to. You get to choose a Sunday or Monday start in your Plum Paper. Also on your monthly layouts, you get to choose if they're lined or unlined. You get to choose what holidays go on there. All these things are customizable with Plum Paper. This is their neutral design with no color in it. But they also have 2 other different color design options you can choose from for the inside layout of your planner. You do have a look at the next month down here in a note section. As you can see, there's not a huge header space on their monthly layout. So you have ample space boxes on their 7x9 page, but they also have this planner available in other sizes. It's in A5 size, I know, and I believe this one even comes in 8.5 by 11 too. Now you also get to pick from several daily layouts. So this is just one of their daily layouts, the one I chose in this particular planner. I have shared some other daily layouts in my Plum Paper playlist because I've tried out a couple of different ones over the years. You have the month up here and the day and date over here with a small header space. You get to choose what these boxes say as well as all these headers down here, or you can leave it blank so that you can write it in every day and change it up as the seasons necessitate. All right, guys, that page I was showing you is actually not the right page. That was for my review video. Here is our mama's page planned for the day. So I put her appointments up there or anywhere she had to go. She was doing weights at the gym that day. And for her work task, I made her a stay-at-home mom, but this was the planner I designed for myself. So I put her emails up there under work tasks. I put a top 3 and a next 3. If you have followed me any amount of time, you know that's how I do my dailies. Then the to-do list tick-offs, you have 14 boxes there. You have 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. in this particular daily. But like I said, they do have other daily pages for you to choose from. And you have a lot more room for other things on this page, whereas your time blocking or appointment slot is smaller. So I didn't include all the details that I included, on the other pages, but the main gist of what I was doing could still fit here. Under my good things, I put my gratitude of the pink sunset. They have 70-pound paper, which is their proprietary Mohawk paper made just for them. It's pretty amazing because I feel like it feels like 80-pound paper, but it's 70-pound. It's very thick and nice, and it is a smooth paper though, but I don't call it slick or overly smooth at all. But it doesn't have that tooth to it like the Erin Condren. As your month flows in this one, you just have your dashboard, your notes page, then your monthly layout, and then you go into your days. So you don't have a lot of extra notes pages unless you add an extra section on, which you can. You have like 4 notes pages at the back here, as well as a passwords and a contacts that comes with it. You have a pocket at the back, and that is our Plum Paper Daily. Next up is Sprouted Daily Planner. This one also comes in 2 books, and it has to be bought in a set. She has different colors matched up for different sets. This has quickly become a favorite daily planner of a lot of people here in my community, I know. So let's jump into Sprouted. It has rounded corners, so a really nice feel in hand. It does not have a wire binding. It has a continuous spiral coil, just like Erin Condren does. Your cover flows really well on it. It was done great. Comes with a ruler, as does Erin Condren, but I didn't get into all those nitty gritties. Those are in the full walkthrough review videos. You have a little bit of a goal planning setup section up front, just a little bit, and living with intention. You have like 4 notes pages up there, and then you go into your month. You have a monthly dashboard in Sprouted opposite a dot grid page. That's on your tabbed page, and that opens up to your monthly layout. It's a typical Sunday start. You have light lines, and they're pretty small, but that allows you to fit a lot on this monthly layout, you guys. You have a note section. You have her important things to check off each month that are in your goal section up front. They're not called goals though, because her planner, I should not say that was Sprouted, is very intention and people-based. It's values, people, reminders, and year list. And that is something that people love about her planner. So I should have never said it has a goal planning basis, because it does not. You have 8 tick off boxes for the month down here. You have your previous month and your next month at a glance, and a tiny dot grid note section. Your holidays are on the very last line of the monthly boxes. Then you have 2 lined pages with headers on them. Then you have a full weekly dashboard. You just don't have an extra notes page opposite it, but you have a weekly dashboard for every single week. It is dated Monday through Sunday. You have like a space up here for intentions or anything you need to remember, or a top 3 for the week. You have 2 tick off box sections here at the week. So that could be work and personal, or however you need to divide it. It has a dot grid section at the bottom there. Now let's turn to the daily page that I filled out. Here is our daily page in Sprouted. Something different you'll notice about Sprouted is there is a lot more room to write your to-dos, which I personally like to write longer to-dos. So I know that about myself, and I like that. She does have a light line here for if you wanted to divide that for something else, but I always just end up using it all the way across for to-dos. Here's my day plan there. At the top, I decided to use this box for my workout, but I know that box could be used for intention for the day, like what's your focus or intention, a gratitude for the day, if there's a birthday that day, because there's no big header up top. So you really get this space that was intentionally made for that. The day and the dates up there. You have a blank box here. I love how there's no label. I would use it for my top 3, but you could use it for your dinner. You could use it for your workout. That could be your gratitude. So it could be, make it whatever you need. You have 15 to-do tick-off boxes with 1 extra line at the bottom. I wrote my gratitude right here in the notes section. And then you have 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. with light dotted half-hour line slots. Now, obviously, her appointment or time blocking section is smaller. She's leaving more room to write out to-dos, which a lot of people like and need. Your page is a little bit under 9 inches and 6¼ inches. So it's a little bit smaller than a 7x9 planner. I find it a really good size for a daily planner. Her paper is 80-pound paper. It is not extra smooth at all. I would say it has a tiny bit of tooth to it and takes pen really well. And highlighter, if you look at the back, you see no bleed through, no ghosting, 80 pounds, handles everything great. These planners for the set are usually $65, which is amazing for a 2 planner set with 80-pound paper. But right now they are on sale for $41. So if you did want to try it out, it's the perfect time to try it. I got everything in there, just maybe I left out some of the detailed lines and wrote shorter instead of, almost a full sentence. I put my dinner down here, but this could also be used for a reflection on the day. So really versatile pages in the Sprouted Daily Planner, in which you get 2 books to cover your entire year. Now we are in our first bound book. This is from She Plans. You only get half a year per bound book here. And right now, the bundle for the full year of both of these books is on sale for $25. That's crazy, since I also have a discount code, you guys. So you would have a whole extra book that you could just play around with the pages in, since she's selling them as a bundle and half the year is already gone. She has 80-pound paper. Look how it took all the pen and the mild liner, no ghosting, no bleed through. It is just like a typical paper, not extra toothy, not extra smooth. Her time blocking for the day is 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. with half-hour line slots. Ample room on these pages for me to fit it all in there. A big empty box here. So I decided to put my top 3 there and my gratitude and many to-do list lines here. These are 7x9 pages, so you have a lot of room on here. Your day and date is right there. They are mirror image pages, as you can see here. For Saturday and Sunday, you have full pages here, and the book lays flat really nicely. You just have to massage if you're going into a new section you haven't been in. Full Saturday and Sunday. Here is your monthly layout. It's your typical Sunday start, a pretty big header, notes room, and holidays noted at the bottom of the days. After your monthly layout, you have monthly dashboard pages. Planning for May, 2 big boxes, 2 line lists there, and then a lined page. So plenty of room for monthly planning. Also, in the She Plans, you have a full weekly dashboard. So your dashboard is opposite your Monday. You have room for whatever you want here, your top 3 for the week, or a quote or a gratitude. Plenty of to-do list tick-offs for the week, as well as for appointments or meal planning. Then you go into your Monday opposite the dashboard. And then your Sunday always ends on the right side. Your dashboard for the week is on your left, and your Monday is on your right. So that is She Plans. Next up, we have Colibri. This is one of the only planners in this video I do not have a full review up on YouTube yet of. I've only shared it like in a reel on Instagram. This was just to show that Erin Condren rulers and page markers can fit on the Colibri rings, because somebody asked me that, so I hooked them on there. I never took them off. Colibri covers are not interchangeable, but they have beautiful covers. You guys are going to be amazed at their paper. This is your 6-month daily planner. So only 6 months fits in their book because they have 100-pound Mohawk paper. You guys, that basically feels like cardstock. 100-pound Mohawk paper. It's like having a cardstock page. Absolutely nothing shows through. Colibri has their own color theme, which runs throughout the whole planner. So you have these same colors on every single day of your planner. Your monthly tab page has some beautiful artwork on it, but it does not open to your monthly layout. It opens to your goals for the month. First goal, second goal, third goal, main focus for the month, your to-do list for the month. Then you have your monthly layout, which is lined. There's not a huge header, so your boxes are really ample. They also give you very big lines. So if you're someone who writes bigger, this might be a planner to consider. You have your previous month and your next month at a glance here with plenty of notes room. If you're going in or out of the month, they're going to be shaded gray. Your holidays are at the bottom. And this is one of the reasons, besides the extra thick 100-pound Mohawk paper, why this can only fit 6 months in it, is because you have a monthly budget page and a weekly dashboard before every week. So you can plan your week or your meals. You also have a monthly budget page in there. And you also have a weekly grocery list page, meal plan. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or you could just write dinner all the way across it if you weren't planning breakfast and lunches. But Sunday through Saturday, habits for the week. They also show you a monthly layout and highlight the week that you're on. You have 5 habits there. And then we go into your pages. You have full Saturday and Sunday pages. Let's go to the one that I've written on. So as you can see, this planner houses a lot in it, and you have ample space on these 7x9 pages to plan out. It's almost 7, just under 7 inches, from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. with half-hour lines in there. Plenty of room to write everything from my schedule. A big day and date up top. Today's goal section, and then you have 12 to-do list tick-off boxes, and you can see how big these lines are. And if you didn't need the half-hour lines, you could write over your time spot here in the whole big space, which lines up with your to-do list tick-off boxes. I wrote my gratitude down here under the notes section. It's $47.99 for 6 months in this book. You get to pick your weekday that it starts on. You get to pick the month it starts on too. You get to pick from 2 sizes. So there is quite a bit you can customize in this book. Not as much as Plum Paper, but quite a bit. And you have hydrate there if you like to be able to check off your water for the day. 8 glasses of water. At the end, they also give you a little important dates, contacts tracker, password tracker, and you have really good amounts like 10 to 12 line notes pages at the end. It also comes with 2 sticker sheets, which is some functional stickers, and a paper pocket at the back that matches your cover. You can also customize your cover as well as you can on Erin Condren. I forgot to mention that. That is Colibri. Next up is one you may not have heard of, but I do have the full review here on my channel. It is Thrive in 5 Daily Planner. These are customizable daily planners made in-house with a small shop, and she does a really great job. Her paper is also amazing. It is 148 GSM, which equates to about 100-pound paper. It feels like cardstock. It has a little tooth to it, but not too much. And nothing would ever show through this paper. I could have shown you this on Colibri too, but here's a Sharpie, black marker. Let's go a little bit darker. And if you look at the other side, you can barely see any mark of just where the Sharpie started and stopped. So this paper is amazing. It is an undated daily planner. She does have some options with her shop with daily and weekly planners that you can ask her for customization, but this is her basic daily page layout. You write the date, you circle the day of the week, daily gratitude, today's priorities. You have a top 3 highlighted in that box. Your to-do list has 12 slots here and it's labeled work. This to-do list is labeled home and has 12 slots. You have 11 lines under your notes section. You have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner section. And then you have your schedule from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Even though it's smaller, I was able to fit in all my main events for the day. Here's a look at the page not written on. Something to note in this planner though is there is no monthly layouts in this planner. I'm not sure if that's something she could customize for you, but it is definitely worth asking because I know she does customized planners. This is Hemlock Oak. This is their flex cover. They do not have any of these covers available left for the year 2025 at this point. It's called their Paper Flex, so it's a very lightweight cover, but they do have some of their hardback covers left. They lay flat amazingly well. These are made and printed in Canada and sustainably made. They have 80-pound luxurious paper that is smooth. It is very smooth, but not slick. This is your option where you get your daily split into 2 books for the year. So it is very portable this way, but they do also have an option where it's all in 1 book for the year. And I know some people prefer that, and they also love that for memory keeping. A lot of people use this planner for memory keeping and journaling. They have a very small header up top, so none of your page room is wasted. They do have your moon phases there. You have a focus box for the day. You have an intentions box for the day where I put my workout. You have 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. with half-hour line slots all in there. You have a little heart down here to remind you to do your workout. You have the week that you're on down here charted out with the day that you're on highlighted in like a brownish color. You have 20 to-do list tick-off boxes here and ample room to write out full sentences. So for those who really like to write out detailed tasks, this is a great amount of room. I was still able to fit my whole schedule time blocked in here, just writing a little bit smaller. This is 8.5 by 6.25 for your page. You have full Saturday and Sunday pages, just like the weekday pages. Here's a look at your monthly layout in Hemlock Oak. You have that same graph grid that is on your daily pages continued on your monthly. It's a light gray graph grid. You have your moon phases, you have holidays, you have to-do tick-offs down the side, a very small header up top, and a quote up top. Something to note also, Hemlock Oak has 6 weeks here, so you should never have one of your days divided off there. So you just have a lot of going in or coming out of the month in a light gray. Your pages are all numbered, as well as it says the month you're on down there, and like says month 7 over here. So if you need to index anything, any notes from meetings or anything, it's very easy to do with all those numbered pages. Your months just flow into your days of the week, but at the end you have a year-end review, you have a looking ahead, and then you have about 4 or 5 notes pages there at the end, and you end with a Robert Frost quote. It is $62 for the set of your double books. They come together for your 2 6-month books and is a 4.2 grid size. I just have all that written there from the review. All right, Passion Planner is an undated daily, which is very beloved because it is so versatile. Also, I know Passion Planner offers a free printable of their weekly planner, and I believe they do for their daily also. Hemlock Oak does too, and I cannot remember if there's any other companies that offer a free printable of their daily pages, but it's worth looking on the websites. And if you can't find it on their website, it doesn't hurt to email them and check if they have a free printable of their daily page before your purchase so that you can try it out. Passion Planner is a 2-page daily spread. So you get 2 pages per day. This undated daily covers 3 months for you. It's $39.99 full price, but Passion Planner runs a lot of sales. So if you stick around long enough, you can almost always wait for one of those. Plus, I have a discount code. It has amazing 80-pound paper, like really nice. It is very smooth paper, but not slick. So it has exactly 93 undated daily pages, but it has 4 monthly undated layouts for you. It comes with a couple of sticker sheets, and it is so portable. It also comes with a band and a back pocket that matches your cover color. You have one entire side of your page is just dot grid. So for notes, for journaling, for reflection on the day, for memory keeping, whatever you want, it's your space of infinite possibility. It lays flat really well. And then on the other side, you have a very organized method to every part of your day. You have a 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. time slots with half-hour lines in there. And the lines are not teeny tiny. So I couldn't write my full sentences or extra details, but I could fit all my stuff in here. With the half-hour line slots, I didn't feel like it was squished. There's a whole box for your date, and you circle your day of the week. You have a today's focus. So I wrote Costco/meal prep. You have your game changer goal. All that is up front. You do have a little goal setting section up front if you choose to use it, along with your undated monthly layouts. So I just put my grocery, crock pot meal, and emails as my game changer goals for the day. My personal to-do list, I put my emails and vacuum the living room and tidy the kitchen. I did not need to put anything on the work to-do list. I just did my mile liner there. Free space to grow. They actually give you a lot of ideas that you can put in your free space to grow. Right here up front, a list of ideas for this free space to grow, as well as a list of ideas for your space of infinite possibility. For self-maintenance, I put weights. For the best thing that happened, I put my gratitude of the pink sunset. I didn't put anything I learned. I put in one word for the day of blessed, and I circled my mood for the day. So lots of people love this planner and also use it for memory keeping because of all this journaling space, and kind of it has your mood and your self-maintenance in there. And because it's undated, you can pick it up and put it down. Or if you're only using it for busier work days, you're not going to be wasting pages since it's undated. And it only comes in A5 size, but it comes with a lot of covers, 1 ribbon bookmark, and very portable because it comes with that strap on it. I actually haven't chatted about Clever Fox in quite a while, but I have a full playlist of them, and I have a discount code. This is their undated daily, their premium edition, which is my favorite daily from them. It has 120 GSM paper, which equals 80 pounds. It's not extra smooth or extra toothy. It's just a typical paper, but it feels good to write on. Look at that. Zero ghosting, zero bleed through, even on the dark mild liner. They have a really interesting daily page layout in this one though. They have other daily planners, but in this one, you write your day and date. You have today's main goal. You have today's priorities and 3 lines. Then your schedule takes up the bulk of the day. And I was writing this in, I felt like there was so much room. I think that definitely if you have a lot of appointments for work for the day, this would work out perfectly. And or if you just really like to time block every day out and have a lot of room to write something but still be in a portable book, this one would work for you. I like the light gray lines. Your schedule goes from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. with half-hour line slots and this big box in the middle. Then you have a tiny note section with dot grid. I wrote my gratitude there and then the details about the planner. You have a very small to-do list section at the bottom. 5 work to-dos, 5 personal to-dos. And I will say if you're at the very front or back of the planner, and you're high off the ground, it's hard to write on the very bottom of the page. So your to-do list being there, I almost wanted, another little journal or book to hold my hand up. So that is something to think about if to-do lists are important to you. But if the schedule is the main part of your day and you're going to kind of time block everything that you're doing, and you might not be using that every single day, then this could be the planner for you. It has 3 grosgrain ribbons. They barely go to the ribbon test for me. They have a nice pen holder, an accordion pocket, as well as your band, which makes it so portable. And every single week, you also have a weekly review and you have a weekly kind of dashboard, but not with the days of the week. It's thinking about your main goal of the week, your priorities for the week, health and fitness, fun and recreation, personal development, spiritual, family and friends, and relationships. So it's your life balance to-do list, your work to-do list, personal to-do list, and you have a habit tracker for up to 7 habits. It's pretty thick because you have that nice thick paper, but it covers 6 months of daily pages and they give you 7 months of these undated months up front of your monthly layouts for planning. And there is some goal planning up front for you here too, which is why that's brought into your weekly review every week. Now we have Cultivate What Matters season by season daily planner. They also have a fresh start planner, which incorporates more of their goal setting in it. But this is just their full daily planner, 12 months, all in one book. It is beautifully done. I love the rounded corners. They don't poke you. I love rounded corners on these types of planners. And they even have corner protectors with the rounded corners and beautiful gold foiling, a beautiful bright gold wire binding. Inside, beautiful colors. You get your year at a glance card and some stickers and a pocket up front with Cultivate What Matters. It comes with a bookmark. Here's what your monthly layout looks like. Your boxes are a little bit smaller because this is not a huge daily page. This is a 6x9 daily page, and they have a header up top, notes room on the side, a question for the month, and a little motivation for you at the bottom. It's a typical Sunday start, and your month does open with the tabbed page. Every page in this planner is also numbered. Let's take a look at the daily page. Your day is really big up top. You have your date there. I put my gratitude up top. You have a priority box. Ample lines here, 12 lines, but you see how wide they are? So this planner and Colibri really gives you that big line spacing if you have big handwriting. I believe this is 70-pound paper. I don't think I could find it on their site at the time because this planner is sold out right now. The last time I checked, they do have their Fresh Start Daily Goal Planner on sale right now. And of course, they will restock this in the fall. I don't think they make an academic year of this planner. It's a 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. time slots. And up top, you have a today and 3 lines. So you could put your top 3 up there. It's a smaller space for my schedule, but I was able to fit everything in, just not writing full sentences. Plenty of room for my to-dos with 12 lines. Then they have a tick off here for 10 to my goals, express my gratitude, encourage someone, and a today's win. Saturday and Sunday are combined in this planner horizontally. And nothing is broken up about your day. It's just lines. You could write all the way across, or you could separate it into 2 lists, or one side could be your timed kind of appointments for the day and the other side to-dos. And you end the week on a what I am grateful for this week. Then you have a weekly refresh for starting for your next week. So they label it with a date and it says what's ahead, goals to focus on, habits to tend. You have 5 habits there. and what matters the most this week, align to write that on. And then you go into your Monday. So you have a weekly refresh every week. At the end of this planner, you do have quite a few pages of like wins for this year, and then about 6 dot grid note pages with a beautiful flower at the bottom on one side, beautiful end pages on your cover, and that is your season by season daily planner. All right, last but not least is our MäksēLife undated daily planner. This does not have any of their goal setting system in it. So they revamped it. They took feedback from their community, and people just wanted a functional daily planner because you can always use their little add-on companion notebooks for the goal setting. And a lot of people were already using also their weekly planner and had the goal planning in there, and they didn't need it repeated in here. So this is just an undated daily. It does come with stickers, clear stickers that you can label your months. You can start it whenever you get it. It has room to write your date, a box for your focus for the day, and then you have 20 to-do list tick-offs. Then you have a time to write out your schedule. There are little double dots there. I'm not sure how well you can see them. There are those little double dots there though to write your time. I just wrote on the hour though. Honestly, probably because this was one of the last planners I wrote and I was getting just really tired, but I did write out the 3:30. There is room though to write out your whole time. So you could time block however you wish. You can start at whatever time you want and end whatever time you want. And it has a dot grid note section here, as well as 3 boxes at the bottom. That could be your weather, your dinner, your workout, whatever you want to make them. Could be 3 gratitudes for the day. I wrote my gratitude for the day right here. So if you take a look, those are their daily pages. And of course, you can use, if you use this just for work, then you're not wasting any pages, which makes it last longer. Your monthly tabbed page does open up to a monthly undated layout with a typical Sunday start, a header for you to write the month up there, and a notes section. At the back, there is a tab labeled notes, and you have 33 notes pages. So you have a good amount of notes pages in here. This is 80-pound amazing paper, you guys. It is very thick. Same thing that's in their weekly planners. I mean, it is so thick. It's a pretty smooth paper, but not overly smooth. I would actually say it has a tiny bit of tooth to it. Here is a look at the pen testing on the back of that page. Absolutely nothing showing through. After all the notes pages at the end, here are your monthly stickers that come with it. I actually think this monthly sticker kit is one you have to buy, but the clear stickers that come to put on the tabs, I believe, come with the planner. But I think this is a separate kit you can buy for your months. Has the MäksēLife monthly colors and your months so that you don't have to write them out if you don't want to on your monthly layouts. A really nice accordion pocket and a band. They have several cover choices. This one says you were born to be real, not perfect, and has a ruler in there too. And this one is a little bit more portable because of the band and the rounded corners. All right, my friends, thank you for staying with me for this comparison video. I really do hope that it was helpful for you. Let me know down in the comments your favorite daily planner, whether it's in this bunch or if it's not in this bunch, I would love to hear about it too. Leave it down in the comments. If anything helped you out in this particular comparison, something that stood out to you, I'd love to hear about it too. Let's all take a deep breath together. We know the drill. In through the nose, take the deepest breath you've taken all day. And exhale through your mouth like you're blowing through a straw. Take another deep breath while I'm talking. We have to stop sometimes and take these deep breaths. Let's take care of ourselves. Go outside and soak up all the green that's out there for the summer. Put your feet in the grass. Watch those green leaves sway in the wind and soak in this summer season. Remember to take care of yourself so you can take care of others. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.